Hey guys, what is up, dude? Let's talk about Outriders. Of course, it's a third-person shooter developed by the company People Can Fly. And yes, it is very similar to Destiny, but I think it may have a lot to offer besides just being a Destiny clone. Let's get into it. So when I first got a look at Outriders, I was very skeptical. You think to yourself, this is another Destiny clone, another cash grab, another third-person shooter to play co-op with some friends, and kind of feel very the same with the guns and the abilities and stuff you've already done. But Outriders has a way of feeling fresh in subtle ways because yes, I will say the combat and the system of the game feels a lot like Destiny. That grind, loot, repeat factor with co-op and with abilities feels very reminiscent to Destiny and all that stuff from Bungie. Out of the gate, you notice it, even looks like it. Even like the hub area you go to, it's very similar to Destiny in almost every single way. I would say the combat feels a lot more like Gears of War with Destiny, how you can like kind of huddle behind hiding spots, and how the maps aren't really open world. So in this game, unlike Destiny, the maps aren't that open world. It's more linear. Yes, there's you can go a little bit out to find like loot and crates and stuff, but it's very set on a narrative of you're going to point A to point B and killing hordes of enemies along the way. I think the fun in this game is oddly enough the story. Yes, because like this game feels like any other like Destiny clone you would play, like mechanics wise. But I will say the story is very refreshing. I came to realize that the story felt alive. Like the characters actually have depth. And they talk to one another. Your protagonist, like the character you're playing as, actually talks and like adds to the narrative in the story, and that felt so refreshing in a world where in gaming, like your character like grunts or is just always there for some reason and never really engages with anything. You're kind of just there for the ride. You actually feel like you're involved, and like the characters you talk to and the NPCs, they feel like alive. They feel like people you might know, people you can relate to. And when these characters die, I'm not gonna give any spoilers, but when certain characters die along the story, you actually feel like impacted by it. I want to see where the story is gonna play out. I think that's Outriders' strongest point. Yes, it's taking the model from Destiny that many of games have done, Anthem, etc., etc. But I think the story is the most like pitiful, like pivotal part of it, where you want to just find out what's going on in this world, the characters, your character, and it's engaging. I will give it that. Besides that, the combat's very reminiscent. Like I said, it splashes a little bit of Gears of War in there, so it's like Destiny with some elements of Gears of War. How you can hide behind structures to take cover, and the movement feels very Gears of War like in that way, but with the abilities and like gun classes reminiscent of Destiny, and like the kind of loot grind method of Destiny where you kind of go into a map, you'll find a gun. It could be green, blue, turquoise, rainbow, and then you'll find that same gun over and over and over again, but it might be different rarity and levels, and you have to keep swapping them out. That can feel repetitive and not too expansive, but I think if they the game is still fresh and new, so they have time to explore and go deeper into that loot mechanic they have set up and maybe expand on it. Like I said, if you play Destiny, you know what I'm talking about, and you know what the model this game has as far as looting and how you get new guns and weaponry and advance your character in that way. It's Destiny pretty much in that regard. I'd say the best thing this game has going for it though has got to be the story. If you're gonna play it, I think you will be invested from point one as soon as you load in and have them start talking to each other and get a kind of feel of the characters and what the story is taking place. I think that's where this game has its moment to shine. To be something new and engaging, like in a territory that is never ever that. You know what I mean? It's like I never mostly play games nowadays for the story unless it's like one of those single player games that are just built upon story, like Last of Us, Spider-Man. All those games are like set upon the story to just like grip you, engage you, and make you want to play more that way. And I think this is one of the first times that a co-op game like this has had such a compelling story for me, where I really feel like it's just alive and I love it. Besides that, it's your typical Destiny clone. it's just Destiny with a new coat of paint. Of course, that's not necessarily a bad thing because Destiny is a great game. But in this day and age, I would love to see a new company on the rise take some risks. you know, and step away from that model and bring something new to the table, because it's pretty much just a reskin of Destiny, and my biggest plus for it is probably the story. I think that has gone for it, and plus just playing co-op with your friends, one of those kind of games where you can kind of each pick a different class and you know, just go through a level just wreaking havoc with your friends is always fun for me. You know, I always love doing that kind of thing, so you always have me hooked. You take my money when I see that kind of thing. If I see co-op and like, you know, classes and you know, fighting bosses and cool abilities, you have me hooked. You know, it doesn't take much to get my attention, but I would love to see these newer companies actually take some risks and actually experiment with these game models to actually do something groundbreaking, instead of just building up what Destiny's already set up and just taking what they've done and redoing it over again. Like I said, you're not really getting much out of this, like beside it being Destiny with new characters, but these new characters actually have something interesting to say. Alright guys, that's all for this one. If you guys want to see me live on Twitch, I am playing this game still. I put maybe about like 6 hours into it, and I'm loving it. I'm playing it slowly. It's not like on my daily rotation, but I am playing it from every once in a while. So if you want to see it live, follow me on Twitch, guys, at Nightcrawler95. Also, make sure you guys subscribe here, guys. I'm just flinging out videos now, guys. We're getting in gear, so make sure you guys subscribe to not miss a beat, guys. Let's get it, guys. Smash that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.